Hey everyone, working on the VN SS today. So what I want to get done today is get it off the hoist. That is my goal today, getting this thing off the hoist. So then I can put the ute on here, lift it up and see what's going on with reverse, because reverse ain't working. And if this comes off the hoist and goes where the ute is, then the great thing is that I can open all the doors nice and easy. There's nothing obstructing me. I can gut the interior out of this, put all the brand new interior. I've got seats, I've got roof lining, door cards, carpet, dash, speakers, sound system, everything's gonna get done. It's gonna be sick. So it's gonna, like, underneath is all bushed up, coated, everything. Underneath of this looks nearly brand new. The only thing that lets it down is obviously the paint, but we'll get that done. The interior, which get that done. And yeah, so what needs to happen today is I need to do the 2 front brake lines, get them bled as well. So I've got braided lines from hopper stoppers. So 2 front brake lines. I need to change the intermediate shaft because it's so the intermediate shaft has like a rubber coupling. It's sort of like for vibration dampening. And with that, they usually, very rarely, but it happens and they split. And when they split, it just like free spins on the inside. So it gets a bit of grip sometimes, the wheel turns and then it will slip and then the wheel won't turn. And you're sitting there turning the wheel and you're not doing anything. Pain in the butt. I thought the splines on the inside of the shaft like stripped, but it wasn't. It was actually the rubber coupling split. So intermediate shaft done. Then I'm gonna change all the belts, change the belts, do an oil change while it's on the hoist now, a lot easier. Because the belts are rotten. They're cracked up, they're rotten. Obviously, they've been sitting for so long. Oil, God knows how long it's been in there for, so it's gonna get changed. New K&N oil filter, because I like the little nut on top. And yeah, I do also need to change the bonnet hinges, but I need to get my father or something to come help me lift the bonnet up, but that will be done at another time. That is no stress at all. And yeah, I'm keen. Get stuck into it. It's looking good. I'm very happy with how it's coming up so far. Obviously, it would have come a lot quicker, but you know, hurt my back and things like that. And yeah, let's get stuck into it now. All right, so we got the old brake line. This old brake line is blocked. Like there is literally, like you can, it is blocked. So yeah, no good. That's in the bin. Only one side is blocked. I could potentially just change one, but I'm not going to change one. I'm going to change both. But these I ended up getting braided lines. So these are the braided lines from hopper stoppers. You can get them engineered. They got a little special stamp on there. That stamp that they put on there, it's just for the engineer to go, yep, that's from that machine. Boom, yep, good. It's certified. We know these are good. And yeah, so they say that the braking performance is better on a braided line because on a rubber hose with all the pressure, it expands. So you get it's a little bit more spongy. So with a braided line, you don't get that. You don't get as much expansion. So it's a bit of a tighter, nicer brake. And honestly, it's not that much difference in price. So if you're replacing your brake lines, I prefer just go braided. It's nice, it's clean, looks cool, and it's gonna last you a heck of a lot longer than these. And yeah, these look like just replacement ones too. These aren't even genuine ones. So away we go.
than obsidian.
Right, so brake lines are done. Let me show you. So the braided lines are on. They're on, ready to rock and roll. Next, we've got the intermediate shaft. So it's this bad boy here. Let me show you. Oh God, my back. So I bought a whole column. But yeah, so see this little shaft here? See on the inside, let me show you. See that rubber? There's like rubber on the inside of that coupling. When that breaks down, this main shaft here just spins. It tries to lock in those grooves, but it never does. So that bolt there needs to come out, comes out of that spline, and then that goes into the steering rack. So yeah, I'm about to do that now. So I can actually steer. Thank God. So, on a turn of events, I had a good look, and trying to get to that bolt right up in there, in the engine bay, I reckon is like, ugh, no thank you. So what I did is I cut the lock off so I can actually turn this, because I didn't have the key to this column. So the lock is cut. I've got a whole new locking mechanism anyway, so lock is cut. Now I'm gonna pull the complete column out of the VN, slide this bad boy straight in, and off we go. I think that's gonna be a lot easier, because honestly, we're gonna want to be mucking around up there trying to get in between the booster. Nah, it's gonna be a nightmare. So it's gonna be 2 bolts up underneath, the single bolt right up against the firewall, the 2 bolts that hold that, and then whoop, and then whoops, back in reverse. So let's do that now. Fun cars. Doesn't matter what you do, you're always gonna find something. And like, even if you've got it all planned out in the morning and you come in, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I feel like it never goes that way. Steering column is out. I just wanted to show you guys what happens to these. Just so if this ever happens to you, you have an idea on what's going on. So let's suss this out. So this is the one that just came out of the VN. As you can see, the rubber's completely jumped out and it's just twisting. So see that? It's just completely shredded the inside of the rubber and it's come out. See, this is the other shaft I've got. See how that's in, and it's on the inside of those teeth, just to hold it obviously inside so it doesn't spin. This is the VN one. So obviously the rubber was trying to hold it, so it was turning a little bit, but then it was just spinning. So as it got tight, it was spinning because they weren't locating in there. This can get bashed down and then welded. But yeah, this is pretty much gone. Time to put the other one in. Well, it's down off the ground, everything's done, we're ready to start it. Family's here, they gave me a hand. Look how excited my dad looks. Oh, he looks so excited, he's like, oh yeah, look, another piece of junk ready to run. Anyway, let's start this thing. Let's get this thing started. I've got the key, let's go. The VP's warming up in the background, the International, because we're about to swap all the cars around. Let's see how we go with the VN. Nice. Got this thing running. It's got brakes. It's quieting down. All right. Ah, this sounds nice and quiet, doesn't it? It was a bit ticky at the start, obviously, because of the oil, but now got fresh fluid in it. E mi ha fatto che non ho fatto piso. Ah, that's right. E mi ha fatto aquí, then we'll start all the cars, and yeah, get this going. We'll be back. Then reshuffle everything. I know too many cars. Oh no, oh no.
All right.
Cars have been shuffled, and so excited. The first time I actually drove the VN SS. It drives, look at it. Look at it, it's on the ground, it drives, it shifts gears, everything works. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so dang excited, look at it. All right, so that's it there. It's on the ground, it runs, it drives. Look at it. Like, I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but just look at it. Look at it, it's all there. Runs and drives. So, next step is, now that it's here, I can open all 4 doors wide up and just literally start gutting it out. Just gut the whole inside out, roof lining, everything's gonna get redone. It's gonna look awesome. Thanks everyone today for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone. Thanks to my old man and my sister that came down and helped me out with this, just lifting the wheels and stuff because of my back. I really appreciate it. Thanks everyone. And stay tuned for more. It's gonna be awesome. Bam, more VN content. I'm excited.